Oh my. Right, okay. Okay, we are back, and there is a safety car on lap 1, and I'm not entirely sure why, but it is raining, and it is definitely raining. Well, anyways, Larkin will lead the way here tonight, followed by Ariel and Nathan, followed by J. Cole, and then followed by Dylan on the soft compound tires. Ooh. Nathan is lagging quite a lot, at least for me. Anyways, yeah, Barton, Fuselum, Heron, and Warg are all going to be on the medium compounded tires. Rocco is still on the softs. Vagabonds, Beck, Miami, and Ashes Falco are all on the mediums. And then Janet, Callie, Purple Squirrel, Rob all must have made contact because now they are on the soft compound tires down at the back of the grid. Those 4 drivers must have been caught up in an incident. We already have a driver for Ashes Falco, or a penalty for Ashes Falco, and that's going to be a 5-second time penalty. I can tell you for what, but I'm sure he'll be able to serve it. Let's go to Ashes Falcor. Ashes Falcor, 5-second time penalty. Never mind. Actually, we can maybe just look in incidents. Let's look in the incidents. Callie, collision with Fuzz. Fuzz, collision with Callie. Purple Squirrel, collision with Harry Nowarg. Harry Nowarg, the opposite. Rocco, collision with Purple Squirrel. Miami, collision with Purple Squirrel. Cali, collision with Purple Squirrel. Purple Squirrel, collision with Cali. Beck, collision with Excel, Miami. Janet, collision with Ashes Falcor. Ashes Falcor got a severe collision with F1 Janet to win it, and that's why he has his 5-second time penalty. And Rob got a 5-second time penalty for a severe collision with Excel, Miami. So there you go. Janet pit from mediums to softs, and then Cali, Purple Squirrel, and Rob all pit from softs to softs here. So they do have to indeed make one more mandatory pit stop, but if the rain hits hard enough, they can pit there just onto intermediate tires, and the safety car will be in on this lap for these guys, and we can get racing underway. So we didn't miss too much. We just missed a little bit of contact, a few pit stops for these drivers here tonight, but it is going to be indeed Larkin leading the way. Reserve driver here tonight, but yeah, he can indeed lead the way here, and he will indeed lead the way on this safety car restart. Just heading down through turn 13 as the rain starts to come down a little bit harder. It does indeed seem to look like for these EU tier drivers. A little bit unfortunate, as rain is not exactly what I'm sure some of these drivers will be hoping for. As Larkin, I think, has gone. Yeah, he has gone. He did have to back off just a little bit through the final corner, but let's get on board with Nathan. As Nathan pits, Jekyll pits, Dylan pits, Barton Fuzz, Harry Nowarg, Hirako all pit for wets. As you can already see, it's instantly... Oh, Rob is already out of the session. That's really unfortunate for him. But as soon as the safety car got underway once again, everybody came in for inters, and that is actually really shaking up everything because now Larkin's going to have to do a full lap as well as Purple Squirrel, Cali, Miami. The two Mercs have actually stayed out. Vagabonds has already had a spin touching the curb on the inside of turn 2, as well as having his overtake on. Not the greatest decision from him, but now Excel Larkin, he's known as a little bit of a rainmeister, but now he's going to have to really show what he's worth here tonight in these very difficult wet conditions. So all the drivers out in the inters, you can already see how much more confidence Ariel Nathan has on the intermediate compounded tires in his Ferrari. But yeah, it's going to be Nathan, Dylan, Jacob, Barton, Fuzz, Rocco, Beck, Janet, Harry Nowarg, Ashes Falcor, who has just left his pit box, all on the intermediate compounded tires. Ooh, Harry Nowarg going a little bit wide. And indeed have to double stack with him. But now it's going to be Larkin leading the way. Let's see how much Nathan is. Oh, is that Larkin out? Larkin's out! Larkin is out of this race. He was one of my predictions for for a podium, and now we have another safety car. So this is actually really going to help Miami, Cali, Purple Squirrel, Vagabonds. They're all going to be right back in this race instead of right down there at the back. Larkin out of this race. Wow. So Nathan should be in the net lead. Dylan will be second. It's going to be interesting to see where all these drivers come out, though, especially Miami, because obviously he needs the track position to come back into this one, especially since Nathan, his championship rival, and this one is going to be in the net lead of the race, especially once Miami, Cal, and all of them all come into the pit lane. But Nathan gained so much. He made a pit stop that is only 4.1 seconds behind Vagabonds, who's the next dry runner, and is already coming into the pit lane. Miami, Cali are going to have to double stack. Miami's stopped in the pit lane. That's interesting, but now Cali will be in front of him. Purple Squirrel P3, Vagabonds P4, and Nathan will reassume the lead of the race. So Cali will come in to his pit box, and will be getting his intermediate tires. Beck has sped under the safety car, so does indeed receive a drive through time penalty. Really unfortunate there for him. Callie has to come into the pit lane and has to get a new front wing, or not Callie, Miami has to come into the pit lane and get a new front wing. So that's possibly why he stopped and waited for his teammate, so his teammate could get out in front of most of these cars. But yeah, Miami's going to be all the way down to the back. He should be in front of Ash's Falcor, who's just coming through the final corner right now. But Callie is going to be in P10. Everybody will be on the intermediate compound of tires now. So let's get back up towards the front of this race. It's going to be Nathan, followed by Dylan, followed by Jacob, followed by Barton, followed by Fuselum, Rocco, Beck, Janet, Harroward, and then the first driver to pit under this new safety car is going to be Callie, Bag of Bones, Purple Squirrel, Excel Miami. Ash's Falcor pitted into the previous safety car, but did have damage and did have a little bit of a spin on the safety car, on the previous safety car restart. So already 2 safety cars down here in Spain, and we're only on lap 5, which is unfortunate for me, I guess, if you want to say that. But yeah, anyways. A little bit of content here for this race. Ariel Nathan's still lagging horrendously on my screen, which is, I guess, kind of unfortunate for us, because I guess we won't quite see exactly what he's going to be doing on the safety car restart. But right now, since we've had 2 safety cars right in a row, and Ash's Falcor is obviously just catching up to the train right now, as well as Excel Miami, I am playing a little bit of Clash of Clans. I need to do I have to do my star bonus, as per usual. But yeah, get a little bit of loot. But yeah, not quite too much to talk about right now, besides obviously championship battle. Excel Miami down in P13, not scoring any points. You have to get in the top 10 here at Zenith Online Racing, as it is in the FIA World Championship points. But yeah, Ariel Nathan, current championship leader, is leading the way by 22 and will be leading by even more if this race was to finish like this. Excel Miami, I'm sure, is going to be struggling to find his way through the field. So very difficult to to make your way through the field, especially in the rain. Beck tries to serve his drive-through penalty, but will actually just come in for, actually he's going to be just coming in for a set of watts here. I thought he was going to be coming in to serve his drive-through, but actually that is not the case, because he's just coming in to get the, a new set of wet tires on that car. So he's going for a little bit of a more bold strategy, I would say here. And I was just going to gamble it, because he really has nothing to lose. He really does not have anything to lose here tonight. So, yeah, he's going to be making the gamble as he did. Actually, no, that might have been JXW who made the gamble in Tier 1 on Tier 1 at USA on the Monday night, on the opening Monday night of the season there. But yeah, anyways, Beck was now going to be catching up to the back of the train. It's going to be interesting to see what he can do, especially with that drive-through penalty. But Ariel Nathan will lead us way on this safety car restart. So the safety car should be in on this lap, and as we can just see there, safety car will indeed be in on this lap. So Ariel Nathan will now take control of the pack and will be leading us towards the safety car number 2 line, and he can get this race underway as soon as the safety car is into the pit lane, and he can start to go really whenever, once he has that safe distance to the safety car. But it's going to be difficult, or well, I wouldn't say difficult, but it's going to be interesting to see when he goes, especially with Dylan, Jacob, Barton, all going to be on his heels once he does indeed get this race fired up and going once again here tonight. Ooh. Okay, that's a little bit of lag on my side there. Rocco gets a 5-second time penalty for a severe collision with F1 Janet away. Ariel Nathan could go anytime from now. Fuselum, Rocco, Janet all with penalties, as well as Jayco's picked up a penalty, as well as Harriet Warg. A lot of drivers, as well as F1 Janet to win it, picking up another one. All these drivers picking up 5-second time penalties. Ariel Nathan now streaking away, 2.2 seconds to lead, just down one straight. But now it's going to be Jayco on the back of Dylan. Is he going to be able to make that move? No, he is not going to be able to. Harriet Warg making a move on Janet down into oh my god, I can't speak English. Oh my goodness. Anyways, Harry Noir will be making the move onto Janet into turn 1 on the safety car restart, and I think Excel Miami just made that move on Purple Squirrel there. Purple Squirrel must be missing a little bit of front wing end plates there, because he seems to be really struggling in terms of downforce. I think his front wing is quite clean, but back now at the back of the field on those full wet tires, it's going to be a gamble. We'll have to wonder if that gamble was worth was worth it for Beck, because he does indeed also have that drive-through penalty, so he could serve it right away and then just get into clean air and see and try and show what type of pace he does indeed have. Right now, lap 7, just halfway through this 7th lap of the Grand Prix, and now we're already past halfway because Ariel Nathan just into turn 10 there. But Dylan just in front of J. Cole. J. Cole, known as being pretty good in the wet as well. He's going to have to try and pull right up to the back of Dylan and try and make that move. Purple Squirrel seems to be struggling down at the back of the field in P13. The only driver he's in front of is back on the full wet tires. Excel Miami is right on the back of Bag of Bones, trying to get back into the points. Once he makes his move, he will be back into the FIA World Championship points. So let's see what he can do in the Mercedes, heading through turn 14 and through turn 15. A 128 flat there for Ariel Nathan as we get the first full lap of racing underway, or finished here tonight. But now it's going to be Miami on Bag of Bones. You can save quite a bit of ERS here, but Beck will now be coming into the pit lane, I'm sure, to serve that drive-through penalty. But now Excel Miami is going to be up into P1, and now will be making his way, or trying, or attempting to make his way through on his Mercedes teammate. We saw that a little bit in the race, the real-life race. The two Mercs out on track. Obviously, Excel Miami not exactly trying to close down a race victory, considering Nathan is already 5 seconds up in the lead of the race, and Dylan is somewhat holding up J. Cole, I would assume. But Dylan still already broke what would be a DRS gap to J. Cole there. Excel Miami in front of Excel Cali in front of Excel Miami. Here right now is the World Championship protagonist. Seems to be a little bit out of position already in this race, but another driver seems to be a little bit out of position is Jinnit. Right now on P7, just in behind Rocco. I think Jinnit is tied indeed for third on the standings. Rocco knocks off the ball there at turn 10. Not exactly where you want to be putting your car there, has the Haas driver. For the Haas driver. Beck has come into the pit lane and has fitted those wet compound tires. He's not going to be trying to close down the drivers in front. He needs to know if that gamble was indeed worth it. He gave up track position for it, as Ariel Nathan 27.724 for the fastest lap of the race. But now it's going to be Miami versus Cali down towards turn 1. Cali is going to move over to the right side and just give Miami the outside, or I'll give Miami the straight run on the move for Cali. So now it's going to be Miami up at a P9, and now he's secured 2 points for the time being. Cali just in behind him is going to try and follow him through once Miami starts to make his way through the rest of this train. Harry Noir, Jinnit, Rock, Fuselum all in this train right here. Burton 1.8 seconds up the road. Another further 1.9 seconds up the road is going to be J. Cole, who's right on the back of Dylan, especially in these rainy and wet conditions. It's going to be so very difficult to overtake. We have a yellow flag. Beck is out of the race, and we have another safety car. Third safety car of the race. Well, it's the third race, third safety car in this race. So yeah. We have another Hungary on our hand, it seems. But yeah, anyways, Ariel Nathan does indeed lead the way. He was leading by a comfortable 9 seconds there, and he will continue to stay out. Dylan, followed by Jacob, followed by Barton, Fuselum, Morocco, Jinnit, Harry Noir. All those drivers not being able to make up positions on the safety car, on the previous safety car restart. Excel Miami was able to make up 2 or 3 positions there, but Cali P10, Vagabonds P11, Ashes Falcor P13 or P12, and Purple Skull P13. All those drivers dropped positions, I do believe, from his previous race there. Let's get on board with some of these drivers. Jinnit's come into the pit lane, I'm sure, to serve that 5-second time penalty, as well as J. Cole, who's pit. I'm not exactly sure why. I think he had a 5-second time penalty as well as Fuselum, all going to be coming into the pit lane. Rocco still has his 5-second time penalty, but he's going to be taking the track position for Rocco is still staying out with that 5-second time, with his 5-second time penalty. Jinnit coming out at the back of the field. I think he might actually have another. I did not mean to pause that, but anyways, if I could hit the right button, yeah, Jinnit and still has another 5-second time penalty, and Rocco still has 10 seconds that he needs to serve in this race, or he can just take it at the end of the race, and we'll get a 10-second. We'll get 10 seconds added to his final race time. As Barton has left the session, as Rocco's picked up another 5-second time penalty for ignoring yellow flag, but Barton has indeed left the session, so he's not going to be down to P5, so he must have lagged out, unless it's just my internet crashing once again. Yeah. Safety car should be in on the next lap, so ooh, that's Rocco, who's had a little bit of a spin out of turn 16, or while coming through turn 16 there, so not the greatest of luck for him, but now it's going to be promoting Harry Noirga into P3. Barton, who has just rejoined the session, lucky that it was during a safety car. Rocco going to be down to P5. Miami's going to be up at a P6 after the pit stops, as well as Cali P7, Vagabonds P8, Ashes Falcor P9, and Purple Squirrel has been moved up into the points-paying positions. J. Cole's going to be down to 11th, with Fusil and Jennett all making pit stops. Jennett still has another 5-second time penalty to serve, and now I believe Rocco has 15 seconds in terms of 5-second time penalties to be served or to be taken at the end of the race as actual time pen. So it's going to be interesting to see what these drivers indeed do with those time penalties. But now I can go back on Clash of Clans since action has died down a little bit. I hope and pray for. But yeah, anyways. So as I mentioned a little bit earlier on, it should be safety car in on this lap. So Nathan can lead us once again away lead us away once again in this race. He does indeed lead the championship by a solid 22 points to Excel Miami right now. Excel Miami, for the time being, would be scoring 8, and Ariel Nathan would be scoring 25, as safety car is indeed in on this lap. So Ariel Nathan would be outscoring him by another pretty solid margin. Will the Ferrari driver right now leading in the Tier 1 championship, leading in the EU Tier championship, and is doing a very, very good job for himself. Safety car, you can already see the lights on top of the Mercedes safety car has indeed turned off, so that means the safety car will indeed be going to the pit lane and will be letting Nathan take the lead of the race and begin to control this field here tonight. So Nathan in the Ferrari, still leading from Dylan, but now leading from Harry Noirga, his Ferrari teammate out there on track. And he will go out of turn 15 in the rain and will be trying to streak away up at the front once again. Any battles going on throughout the field? Let's have a quick look. No one's had the greatest of exits, really. I think Ashes Falcor has been struggling a little bit, so let's get on board with Excel Jacob, because he's going to be one of the drivers benefiting from that mistake from Ashes Falcor. We have Fuselim and Jin changing positions and going down towards turn 1. I think Jin trying to make a move on Fuselim down into the first corner here at Spain, here at Circuit de Barcelona, Catalunya. Fuselim around the outside, but Jin is up the inside. We have drivers making moves up in front. Purple Squirrel was not quite able to make the move on Ashes Falcor down into turn 1, but Jekyll getting the switch back through turn 3. He's going to be up past the Haas driver, but now it's going to be Janet's opportunity down into turn 4. Let's see what he can do. It looks like full wet conditions out there on a track for these drivers. It's going to be so very treacherous to make these moves and go anywhere near off the racing line. Now Fuselim looking around the outside of turn 5, but we'll have to back out of the one. Looks to the inside once again of Purple Squirrel at turn 5, but not going to be quite close enough to make that one. But now Fuselim try to get the switchback on the Haas driver through turn 6, but not going to be close enough once again into the 7th corner on the circuit. A little bit of a slide, but you can already see Purple Squirrel is really struggling as Rocco picks up his first 3-second time penalty of the race. But now these gaps will start to open up here for these drivers as the rain continues to absolutely chuck it down here tonight in the Spanish Grand Prix. For the EU tier, Ariel Nathan will lead 3.5 seconds to Dylan, to Harry Noirga, Barton, Rocco in Excel Miami. Excel Miami looking to be the driver to capitalize the most right now. So the Mercedes driver, the early season championship leader up until last round, in Japan. He looks around the outside of Rocco. Is he going to break late? He's going to break late, but he's not going to break late enough. Rocco will defend the position on the inside, but now Excel Miami. Rocco got a terrible run through turn 2, and now the Miami trying to keep it on the inside of turn 3 or on the outside of turn 2. What's he going to be able to do? He's able to get that move done as a yellow flag in the first sector. That is Ashes Falcor and Jinnit who have hit each other. I think Ashes Falcor must have had a spin. Jinnit must have had a spin as well, but now Rocco, who's been he's off in the gravel at turn 4 as well, so it's all kicking off here on lap 13 out of 33. Wheel spinning his way back onto the circuit. Fuselim, ooh, has to avoid the Haas driver. Rocco goes a little bit deep into turn 5, but Fuselim now going to be up into P9 after coming back in tier 1 on Monday night. Got a podium in the highest tier. Now Fuselim will be up into P9 looking to make his way through the field, but Miami starting to charge back through this field right now. For 1.5 seconds is the gap to Barton up in front. Barton's gap 1.8 seconds, so he can go one car at a time, but Dylan is the car who has the biggest gap besides obviously Ashes Falcor, who had that spin, as Jinnit, who had the spin as well. But now it's going to be Rocco versus Fuselim. Ooh, Rocco having a big, huge slide out of turn 10 there. He's just a wheel spinning his way. I'm not exactly sure if that's just the car rev glitch, but actually Nathan is into the pit lane, and what is he going to do? He's going on to full wets. Dylan's in. Harry Noir is forced to stay out. Barton is going to be in as well. Is Miami going to pit? No. Once again, the two Mercedes will stay out. I think Barton that was just coming into the pit lane. Vagabond's forced to stay out. Dylan is in. J. Cole stays out. Fuselim stays out. Rocco, Purple Squirrel, Jinnit is going to be coming in. But Rocco, Purple Squirrel, the two has to stay out once again. But now it's going to be Harry Noir up in the lead of the race, followed by Miami, Cali, Vagabonds, J. Cole, and Fuselim. All the top 6 have stayed out. Ooh, Rocco and Nathan getting very, very close at turn 1. Rocco's going to come back on track, but Nathan will squeeze him off at turn 2. And now he's going to be up in a P7. And now in only 1.3 second, 1.2, you can already see how much time he's giving. A little bit of oversteer there through turn 3. But you can already see how much he's gaining on Fuselim just through the first 3 corners, and he hasn't even gotten his tires warmed up yet. He's only been out of the pit lane on this lap, and now he's already gaining so much time. He's already within DRS range. He's well within DRS range. Half a second is the gap between him and Fuselim. Going down through turn 6, and now down towards turn 7. Nathan is not going to be over aggressive and try and dive him into turn 7. He's just going to wait, but now he's going to have the dirty air through 7 through 8, and now through 9. A little bit of understeer it looks like for him. I think that Rocco just in behind us had a little bit of a spin, but now Nathan using his overtake button down towards turn 10. He breaks down the inside of the Alfa Romeo driver, and I think he's going to get that position. Fuselim down to P7. Ariel Nathan up to P6, and now it'll be 3.8 seconds in behind. J. Cole, Harry Noir, Excel Miami, Excel Cali, Vagabonds. All these drivers should be into the pit lane. Harry Noir's in, Miami's in. Is Cali going to be in? Cali should surely come in. Yeah, he's in. Vagabonds, J. Cole, all going to be in. Now it's going to be Nathan reassuming the net race lead of reassuming the net race lead. Fuselim and Purple Squirrel will most indefinitely be in. Purple Squirrel's going to stick it out because he has Dylan right behind him. He's going to try and keep track position. Dylan was net P2 in this race, and now he's a lot further off the back of Nathan. Nathan had such a much better first lap on those full wet tires. A Ferrari is going to be in front of a Merc coming out of the pit lane. I think that's Harry Noir in front of Miami, but Dylan on the full wet tires not quite close enough to make the move on Purple Squirrel. Actually, the Haas driver goes very, very deep through turn 1, through turn 2, and Dylan's just going to get the switchback, and we'll get that overtake done. So now Purple Squirrel is going to be the only driver out there on track on the intermediate compounded tires. But now it's going to be Barton, who pitted 1 lap earlier, and now he's got a massive undercut on these drivers. But now he's going to have to navigate the Haas of Purple Squirrel. Already trying to make the move on the Haas driver. Purple Squirrel is going to be on the inside for turn 5. Barton trying it around the outside of the hairpin is going to be getting a lot better traction because he's going to be clearing so much more water due to those full wet tires. Harry Noir down the inside of turn 7 is going to be able to make that move. He tries the attempts. Purple Squirrel is going to give him that position. Excel Miami is going to be up the position as well, but now Excel Miami, the weather changes have not really suited him because he had an opportunity at Barton. He had an opportunity at Harry Noir, but not quite able to now because now they're going to be in the slipstream of each other, and they're going to be trying to help each other out. They have to give Excel Miami. These are all battles for positions. It's going to be Barton on the podium, Harry Noir 4th, Excel Miami is for 5th. He's really going to have to scrap and try and get his elbows out for this podium and possibly get up to 2nd place as well, because Dylan right now only 2.3 seconds up in front of these drivers. we have a yellow flag in the middle sector. I think it's going to be Rocco, who has just recently pit onto the full wet compound of tires and is really struggling. Is he missing a bit of his front wing because he understeered like absolute mad? Yeah, he is missing the left side of his front, or most of the left side of his front wing. But Purple Squirrel is now finally going to be into the pit lane, and he's going to be going on to set a full wet tires here tonight. But now let's get back on board with the driver up at the front of the race, Ariel Nathan, 13 seconds up in the lead of this run, and as long as he keeps it on the circuit, there's no way he's going to be looking back from here. Dylan, P2 right now, leading this train by 1.6 seconds, 1.7 seconds, and constantly trying to pull away. Barton, just in behind, is trying to close him down. 1.6 seconds, 1.7 seconds, just around there is the gap to the Red Bull driver from the Renault. But now, Harry Noir is running the back 8/10, and Excel Miami is even closer, 6/10 behind these guys. But is Excel Miami going to be able to get these moves? Right now, Excel Miami, 80% ERS. Rocco's retired in the pit lane and will not be finishing this one out. Harry Noir on 76, 77% ERS. Barton, just in front of these guys, has a higher ERS than the two guys in behind them. Actually, I said that Excel Miami is almost full on ERS coming through turn 12 there. Besides this, not many battles for these EU tier guys, but it's absolutely chucking it down, so I understand why. Excel Miami just behind Harry Noir, looking possibly into turn 4. A little bit of a daring spot to make it overtake. Harry Noir goes a little bit deep. Excel Miami on the cutback, trying to make the move around the outside of turn 5. He's on the racing line as Excel Miami, a little bit wide of it though. But Harry Noir is gonna have to give up that position. Excel Miami showing why he's in this championship fight here in round number 12 in the Spanish Grand Prix, making that move past Harry Noir almost absolutely masterfully from the Mercedes driver. But now into P4 he will go, and now all he has to do is close down Barton and get within the overtaking range, and will just have to make that overtake on Barton. And then he will be right onto the back of Dylan, who seems to be struggling just a little bit. It seems to be a little bit faster than Barton for the time being, but maybe mistakes are cutting into that gap and cutting in to that mind play there up towards the front of that little train. But just in behind those guys, obviously Harry Noir just a little bit closer to them, but Bag of Bones right now 5 seconds, 5.1 seconds is his gap to Harry Noir. Jekyll just in behind him, but Excel Cali on those full wet tires, who had to sit in behind his teammate at his pit stop, is 2.1 seconds behind. Fuselim just crossed the line now, 3.4. Jinnit, who had a spin on the safety car restart on the intermediate compound of tires, as well as Purple Squirrel and Hazard Falcor, all so very far back behind. But Ariel Nathan still up at the front of the race, leading by 17 seconds, and that gap is ever more growing. Excel Miami, who on the previous lap made a move here on Harry Noir into turn 5 around the outside, and not quite able to do the same yet to Barton 123, who's third here out on track here in Spain on lap number 18. Ariel Nathan going into the third and final sector of the lap here on lap 18, and will be leading us on to lap number 19. But yeah, Excel Miami P4 for the time being. Barton is P3 right now, trying to close up to the back of Dylan and maybe get a car in between himself and Miami. But also another battle that we will indeed have to look out for is Nathan picks up a 3-second time penalty. I'm guessing on the exit of the final corner there is the battle between Jekyll and Vagabonds, as we have yellow flag in sector 1. I'm not exactly sure for what, but yeah, we do have to indeed. We also always have to watch the battle between Barton, Dylan, and Excel Miami, but I think Miami just made a little bit of a mistake there. But it's going to be Jekyll and Vagabonds, the two drivers that are fighting right now. Jekyll obviously not going to have DRS that is absolutely pouring. but I don't think it's going to be quite close enough. Lost a little bit through that final sector there, so now he's obviously not going to be quite close enough to make that move. You need to be quite a bit faster than the cars around you if you want to make overtakes, especially in the wet, especially in the full wet conditions, and even especially at Spain as well. Just in the dry, you need to be quite a bit quicker if you want to make overtakes here at Spain, but now just trying to make these moves is going to be the most difficult part of this race, bar maybe trying to keep it anywhere near on the track. Only driver right now with 3-second time penalties is REL Nathan in P1 on the full wet compound of tires. Dylan in second place right now, trying to fend off from Barton, who's trying to fend off from Excel Miami. 7/10, 6/10 are the gaps in between those two. Between those three drivers. Harry Noir 2.3 seconds back and starting to fall off. Is starting to fall off, those guys. Baggerland's 5.5 behind, but is keeping J. Cole in behind for the time being. I'm sure J. Cole would want to get past and try and show his pace. Excel Cali just in behind them. 9/10 back is the Mercedes driver. Fuselem 4.8 back. 5 seconds now as Ashes Falcor will retire in the pit lane. Janet is P10. Janet is P10 right now in this race and still picking out that 1 point. Purple Squirrel is P11, but he's well off the points positions right now. So let's get back on board with this battle because Excel Miami looking to make a move on Barton. Yeah, Excel Miami not able to do the masterclass that it was overtaking Harry Noir there on Barton into turn 5 once again, but it's still sticking in behind the Renault driver. Let's see what type of run he can get through turn 9. Barton had looked to have a little bit of a cut there at turn 8, but I don't think that's going to quite compromise his run. Excel Miami still going to have to sit in behind for the time being right now, but you can already see he's losing so much time to Ariel Nathan. The gap between Ariel Nathan and Dylan is 22 seconds. The gap between Dylan and Excel Miami is almost a second, is more than a second right now. So he's right now 23 and a half seconds, I want to say, in behind Ariel Nathan, his championship rival. So he really needs to score as many points as possible for Nathan to maybe put in a wall, as these guys will go on to their 21st lap of 33 here tonight. So still 13 laps left to go in this one, but now it's going to be Excel Miami's opportunity to make the move on Barton, but not quite close enough once again. Barton on 65% ERS, Excel Miami on 80. He gets an amazing run. Does the Mercedes driver, does the championship protagonist through turn 2. Not able to quite carry it through turn 3. Barton's able to put his car in the right places to keep Miami behind for the time of being. But now through turn 4, let's see what Miami can do. I don't think he's going to be quite close enough. Keeps it over the right side. He's going to dive Barton into turn 5. No, he will not. And he will keep it behind for yet another lap. But yeah, anyways, as Harry Noir actually picks up a 3-second time penalty, 3.3 seconds behind the battle that we've been watching for quite a few laps. Bag of Bones also just in behind, everyone besides Nathan and the two Ferraris do not have 3-second time penalties here tonight, but Nathan, even with that 3-second time penalty, would still be leading by 20.2 seconds anyways. Will still be winning by 20.2 seconds anyways. 20.4 as I say that, but right now Dylan still trying to stick on the back of Dylan's still trying to keep it in front of Barton and keep it in front of Miami, but this is actually Miami's opportunity. He's using his ERS, Barton is using his ERS as well. Miami has a little bit more, but it's not going to matter too much since they both have so much. Miami looks to the inside of turn 1, but he's not going to be looking to make the move quite yet. Barton is 1 0.5 seconds now behind Dylan. Maybe just needed a few laps, but without the dirty air to cool down his engine, to cool down those tires, because I'm sure they'll be overheating if they're pushing too much. But it's still absolutely chucking it down here, so no lack of water for these guys. You can barely see through the spray here. You can just barely see those red lights on the back of Barton's Renault Formula 1 car. Ariel Nathan up at the front of the race, still leads though by 24.1 seconds here tonight. That's almost a pit stop that he could get away with in this race right now. Excel Miami going down towards 9. Once again, not quite close enough to make that move here tonight. So again, once again, a little bit unfortunate. Let's keep riding on board with Excel Miami, as actually Jake was caught up to the back of Vagabonds, and Callie trying to get involved with this battle, as well, just in behind them. But I think right now, since there is not the most amount of action in the world, I am going to try and keep on. Well, I'm going to try and do the EU results from tonight. We can open up this stream, and we can open up the previous one as well, since my internet decided to indeed shut off because it's a bit terrible. But anyways, let's get this stream open. We can go to the qualifying results. Let's get Larkin's lap time. Let's just do this. Okay, anyways, Larkin's lap time in qualifying on the soft compound tires as well was, I believe, a 15.099. Miami are right on the back of Barton once again, but not quite close enough yet again. Jaco on the back of Vagabonds this time. Is this going to be Jaco's opportunity to make the move? Vagabonds, you can just look in front. It has so much more clean air, but the rain, you just cannot see anything. Jaco once again not quite close enough to dirty air through turn 9. Too much to overhaul for the time being, and as well, though, the dirty air through the final sector, not quite able for Miami or Jaco to overhaul and get those moves done. Callie has closed onto the back of Jaco, trying to make those moves. Nathan 27 seconds in the lead, but Barton is only 9/10 of a second behind Dylan. But now Miami, is this his opportunity? He's saving so much ERS. Barton is saving so much ERS. Is he going to be close enough? I don't think he is. Going now towards turn 1. No, he will not. He will not brake late enough to get that move done. But this is going to be Jaco's opportunity to make his way past Vagabonds. You can already see he's quite a bit faster if he's able to keep that close. He brakes very, very late into the first corner. Has a little bit of a lock up there on the front right, but Vagabonds will keep the position around the outside of the first corner. Can Jaco possibly get the switch back, get the more momentum through turn 3? There's a little bit on the curb there. That's not exactly what you want to do. Vagabonds is fishtailing there at the rear end of his Renault car, but it's not going to be quite close enough. Let's get Jaco. So Vagabonds, you can already see in these wet conditions, defending for his life, defending for these 8 points right now. He needs to keep them if he wants to keep himself in a possible championship fight with anybody around him. Right now on 59 points, he's 12 in front of the driver behind him, and JXW is not here, so this would be a good opportunity to pull points on him. And as well is only 9 points behind Harry Noir, who is right now at P5, the driver in front of him out there on track, but not quite close enough to get up to the back of Harry Noir. But yeah, let's now get on board with Excel Miami once again, because he has still not made his way past Barton. Okay, anyways, we can do Dylan's lap, you know? Miami going down towards turn 1. He's going to be close enough to make this move. I don't think he is. He's not gaining anything really on the straight. He only gained towards the end of the straight, but that once he gets to the end of that straight, he's not quite close enough to even then to make a move on the driver in front of him. Coming out of turn 3, that dirty air is just absolutely ridiculous. I'm sure he'll be complaining so very much about that dirty air. It's just so difficult to overtake in the rainy conditions here in Spain, especially since it is indeed Spain. 160.02 for Barton. But yeah, Just battles throughout the field. We have a Merc on the end of the two battles out here on track. The driver, and both of them also include a Renault. Just the Merc is at the back both of the times, and the Renault is in the front for the battle a little bit further down the field. But the Renault is in the middle of a Red Bull and a Mercedes sandwich in the highest battle out on track right now. But still, neither driver yet to make a move. Is that a McLaren off? That's going to be Zenith down at turn 8. He's had a little bit of a spin, has lost full front wing, and there's a safety car. Fourth safety car of the race. Nathan will be absolutely distraught because now Dylan will not come in. Barton will not come in. Miami, no one in. Nathan's 30-second lead, 31, 32, however, second lead, is now going to be gone. I'm surprised no one has actually come into the pit lane yet. But yeah, everyone will be staying out. I'm sure their tire wear will be maybe fine. But yeah, everyone in the top 8 has stayed out. Fuselim, I'm not sure if he'll come in or stay out because he'll have full wet tires and he'll have track position. But yeah, Zenith will be forced to come in, and I'm sure Purple Squirrel will have a pretty decent opportunity of coming in as well. But actually, the rain looks a little bit lighter, I want to say, but that could just because I was riding on board with Nathan and there's no spray for him. But yeah, Zenith will be into the pit lane. But now the fourth safety car of the race, and all of them have been legit. So Nathan, currently coming through turn 14 and turn 15, is he going to be coming into the pits? No, he's going to be staying out on those very, very worn full wet tires. He wouldn't really be losing anything, I don't think. But yeah, anyways, he can't go close up to the safety car. I'm sure he has a little bit of PTSD, especially from USA, just because, he pitted into the safety car, trying to remove a 5-second time penalty and was disqualified from the race. But yeah, anyways, Dylan will be staying at P2, Barton, Miami, P3, P4. Harry Noirg, a big gap in front and behind to Bag of Bones, who is 4.5 behind. Obviously, that is fluctuating quite a lot, especially with Delta. No one from the top 4 will pit, but yeah, Jake will just in behind him, followed by Excel Cali. Fuselim 7.8 behind. Purple Scroll 40 seconds behind. As Zenith picks up a drive-through time penalty for speeding under the safety car. That's not what he would have wanted from this one. That's really going to and he's out of the race. Rip to Zenith and rip to both McLarens. And he has left the session. So now we only have 10 cars running here tonight. That was right in front of Ariel Nathan as well, under the safety car. But yeah, anyways, now we just wait for the drivers to all close up to the back of the safety car, and then we can get this race going once again here tonight. But yeah, I can continue working on, this then. It's going to be interesting now just because of the safety car restart as well. But Rocco, actually no, it's going to be Callie, the first driver. I have to change it. It's going to be on a 032. That's not what I meant to do. Yeah, but he will be on a 032. Rocco is going to be on a 038. So yeah, really close qualifying gaps actually here in the EU tier, especially there in the midfield. 307 for Harry Noirg. Purple Squirrel qualified 10th. It's going to be on 318. Excel Miami going to be on a 412. Back is going to be on a 447. Bag of Bones, who qualified 13th, will be on a 616. Ash's Falcor will be on a 672. And Rub 1406 will be on a 709 who qualified last out of the people who did indeed set a lap time. Obviously, Zenith did not set a lap time, but yeah, he was down at the back. He started P16. Still waiting for drivers to close out at the back of the safety car. I think we will indeed go one more lap under safety car conditions, and we'll go on the end of lap 29, going on to lap 30. But yeah, now we can. Two other drivers who qualified on their tires, Fuzz and Burton, qualified on mediums. Soft, medium, soft, medium, soft. And now we can do Miami is medium, soft. Medium, soft. And then Zenith obviously did not set a time, so we can't really fill that in, can we? But yeah, now we can go over to the EU tier graphic, and we can begin to edit that here tonight. Still going. We are live indeed here. We're just waiting for Purple Squirrel and Callie and Fuselim all to catch up to the back of the safety car. We now go on to lap 29 under safety car conditions. Nathan has a 3-second time penalty. Harry Nawar has a 3-second time penalty as well in this race right now. So just a little bit of a recap for you guys there. But yeah. Just waiting for 3 drivers to close up to the back of the grid, and the closest one right now is going to be Excel Callie. Yeah. Where is Racing Point? I guess we don't have a Racing Point on this graphic right now, but anyways, we can indeed add that to the graphic very, very quickly. We can just move this up. Okay, and then that will be in line, and then we can do Excel J-Cole. And we can do his Racing Point graphic as well, because he is indeed qualified 3rd in this race right now. P4 was Dylan TWM. I don't think we'll need AlphaTauri in the top 10, will we? No, we won't. We can delete the AlphaTauri. Is there an AlphaTauri still running? No, there is not. In fact, the only AlphaTauri in qualifying here tonight, unfortunately, was not able to finish the race for him. Move this Red Bull over here to Dylan. As the safety car is indeed will be in on this lap, and everyone besides Bar Rocco has caught up to the back of the safety car. So, unfortunate for him, he's going to be a little bit of a sitting duck there. He's not going to be quite able to close out to the back of the field. But now Ariel Nathan will take control. Fusale? That's IL. ALM1. Reserve. Well, now Ariel Nathan will take control of the pack going through turn 13 right now for these guys. And we can indeed just move this up here. But yeah, now we can get back to commentating because now we have a safety car restart heading through turn 14 and turn 15 right now is Ariel Nathan. Let's get on board. Let's see when he goes. He should be coming out of turn 15 when he goes, and yes, indeed, he will. Getting all over the curb, a little bit over here there for Nathan, but still gets like, ooh, Dylan. Oh, Barton lucky to miss him. Miami's off into the wall, and he's going to be losing completely off his front wing. Dylan gets a 5-second time penalty for a severe collision with Excel Miami. Dylan lucky, as well as Miami, lucky to both be in this race. Dylan gets a 10-second time penalty for exceeding track limits there, but now it's going to be Purple Squirrel up into P8, Fuselim into P7, J. Cole into P6, Callie P5, Vagabonds P4, Harry Noir P3, Barton P2, and Ariel Nathan still leading this race. That's absolutely huge for the championship right now, but Nathan is still pulling out a 23-second gap, actually maybe 24, because he should have fastest lap, I want to say. Yeah, he still indeed does have fastest lap by a good 2.2 seconds, I want to say. No, 1.5 seconds. On these drivers, so that's going to be absolutely detrimental to Excel Callie's championship hopes. So now he's going to be dropping down 46 points is the gap to Nathan. Now, what if the race was to finish like that? And I'm sure it will. Vagabonds on Callie trying to make a move through turn 9. The Mercedes going to be on the inside of the Renault, but now Vagabonds will just have to sit in behind going into turn 10. He looks up the inside, but not quite late enough on the brakes. There was the Renault driver. Now have to sit in behind and wait for Callie to close up to the back of these guys. Right now, it's a Ferrari. I don't want to say 1-2, but Ariel Nathan still up in the front of this race. Excel Miami is trying to defend from Dylan, who took off his front wing basically early on, which is just not quite able to avoid Dylan, who spun back across the track. Nathan will lead us on to lap 31 and onto the third to last lap here tonight. Barton is going to be P2. Harry Nowak is going to be P3, but has that 3-second time penalty, and Callie's not going to be going away lightly. Backabones in P5 trying to follow him through. Jekyll on the back of Backabones now, 2/10 of a second going down into turn 1, but not going to be quite able to get that move done. He could make it up into the top 3 possibly, but I don't think he will quite be able to. Miami will come into the pit lane and will be fitting a new front wing to his Mercedes car. Fuselim in P7 looking to pick up any pieces if there are battles up the field. Purple Scroll P8 and a distant P8 right now, 1.9 seconds the gap in front of him, but Dylan right now just trying to keep it on the track. Has no front wing damage, but does have quite a few penalties. I must say 15 seconds of time penalties for Dylan there. Ariel Nathan still leads this race, 5.6 seconds for him. All he has to do is keep it on the road, and he should win this race. Barton looking for a solid second place result. Right now, Harry Noir is third out on track, but does indeed have a 3-second time penalty for him, as well as his Ferrari teammate up at the front of the race. So if Nathan makes a mistake, it's all to play for that race victory for Barton. Callie is right now within the penalty window of Harry Noir. So is Bag of Bones, but Jekyll trying to get within that gap as well, trying to move Harry Noir as far down the order as possible. But Callie right now on for, I want to say, his third podium of the season. Callie, no, second podium of the season. His only podium of the season, third place in Mexico, and he's still tied with Jenna, who has a second place and a third place here in this season right now. Bag of Bones picks up, a 3-second time penalty. No matter what, Jacob will get fifth place, but is he going to be able to get that fourth position that he would indeed very much enjoy? It would be a pretty decent reward for him at the end of this race, especially when the line. Bag of Bones goes a little bit wide through turn 2 on the penultimate lap here in Spain, but is able to defend that position well from Jacob for the time being. Jacob going down towards turn 4. He looks at the inside, but is not going to be quite close enough to make that move. Bag of Bones goes a little bit wide, just not able to quite move that water. He'll just understeer off the track, and now Jacob around the outside of turn 5. What is the Racing Point driver going to be able to do? The reserve Racing Point driver, he tries it around the outside, and Bag of Bones will give him the space on the exit, but now Bag of Bones will have the inside line for turn 7. Jacob tries it around the outside. Bag of Bones breaks very, very late, but Jacob's going to get that move done. A little bit of contact there. Bag of Bones goes into a little bit of a spin, but now Fuselim's going to be trying to pick up the pieces. As I said earlier, he's going to be in the position to pick up the pieces if some of these drivers do indeed battle. Now down towards turn 10, Fuselim in the Alfa Romeo will back out of that move. Bag of Bones goes actually very, very deep on the brakes. That's why Fuselim had to back out of that one. He goes into the side of the Alfa Romeo, but now they're side by side through turn 11 and through turn 12. Oh, the Renault gets spun on the inside of turn 12, and now he's going to be facing backwards after waiting for Purple Squirrel to get past it. So Purple Squirrel will pick up the points here as well. Right now, he only has 1 point this season, and now is looking to pick up a solid, I want to say 6 points to add to his current total. But Ariel Nathan will lead us on to the final lap here. Callie on Harry Noir. He's going to be getting that position out on track, but I don't think he's going to be getting much more, even if he was in behind him. Jake has free reign now at Harry Noir, and he does indeed have that fourth place indeed locked up. Harry Noir should be finishing in 5th for the time being, especially with that time penalty. Ariel Nathan pushing his absolute heart out. Right now, P1, 8.8 seconds is his gap over the front of the race. Burton has a 1.1 second gap behind to Excel Cali. All he has to do is keep it on track and in front of Excel Cali, and he'll wrap up this second place. Cali in third right now. Harry Noir looking on for a 5th place finish. Jacob will be making gains because of those time penalties. Fuselim in P6 after contact with Bag of Bones. Purple Squirrel is going to be P7. Bag of Bones with the time penalty will be finishing P8 right now. Dylan is going to be P9 after contact with Excel Miami. Excel Miami, I think, would be possibly going for fastest lap, trying to get as many points as possible out of this one. But it's going to be Ariel Nathan up at the front of the field, absolutely dominant here. Absolutely dominant here in Spain, and it should be taking this race victory. Let me count it up real quick. If I can get to the screen, his 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6th, 7th win of the season here in Spain by 10 seconds to Barton. Obviously, that gap will be reduced a little bit because of the penalty. But yeah, Barton will be finishing P2. Callie in a very, very, very close 3rd place on the podium there. Actually, Callie, wait, what? Barton had penalties? Excuse me? I was not aware that Barton had penalties. My bad. Never mind. Callie will finish P3. J. Cole will finish P4. Backabout's retired before the line. Ooh, that's really unfortunate for him. Ooh. Dylan will serve his penalties, and Excel Miami will be the last driver to cross the line. But yeah, Ariel Nathan wins, followed by Callie, followed by J. Cole. So it's going to be an all Excel or previous Excel top three for them. Harry Noir get fourth in the Ferrari. Fuselin P5 on his EU tier comeback. Burton will finish P6, followed by Purple Scroll P7. Great Hall of points there for the Haas team. Dylan will finish P9, and Excel Miami will finish. Dylan will finish 8th. Excel Miami P9, and then Bagabones will finish, but not finish in P10. So, and he will indeed still pick up that one point because he did indeed finish 90% of the race anyways. But yeah, we can now begin to get these what's it called, these positions, not positions, standings wrapped up, or results wrapped up. But yeah, anyways, Ariel Nathan will take the win, followed by Jacob, or followed by Callie, followed by Jacob, followed by Harry Noir, followed by Fuselin, followed by Burton, followed by Purple Squirrel, followed by Dylan, followed by Excel Miami, followed by Bagabones, followed by F1 Janet to win it, who unfortunately retired, followed by Ash's Falcor. His teammate Rocco will not finish in P13. Beck did not finish either. Everyone outside the top 10 did not finish this race. Excel Larkin was an early casualty here in this one, and Rubb was the first driver to retire in this race. Am I missing someone? Rubb? Larkin? Oh, it's because I forgot to put J. Cole in there. That's a rookie mistake for myself, I must say. Rocco, Ash's Falcor, F1 didn't to win it. Bag of Bones. That's not Bag of Bones. Because I only type 2 Gs. Excel Miami. Dylan. Purple Squirrel. Burton. Wait, what? Okay, this should be Harry Noirg, Fuselin, Barton, Purple Squirrel. Oh, now I messed it up again. What am I doing? Okay, anyways, let's get those drivers into the lobby, or into the party. Sure, Ariel Nathan is already going to be here. I might have to re-add J. Cole, but let's get Excel Callie back in here as well. Why are there 400 people? Okay, anyways, let's get Callie in here. Excel Callie's already in here. Let's get Excel J. Cole. J. Cole's already in here, and then we can maybe add Ariel Nathan, who should be in the party already. Yes, he is already in here. Anyways, well, yes, okay, J. Cole is indeed here. So, I guess we can kick off these interviews right away. So, J. Cole, first race back in the EU tier. Second race, reserving for the EU tier in a row. Two podiums now in a row as well. Started third, finished third. How was that race for you?
It was interesting. I will admit it was very, very interesting. First race that I've actually done in a while with no lines, so I'll tell you what, I'm quite happy with how I did, to be honest with you. At one point, I was saying I was thinking about turning it back on, maybe just to try and catch up to Nathan, but I kind of got peer pressured into turning it back off, which is fine. But yeah, in the end, it was still a decent race, I suppose.
Yeah, most definitely. Pretty decent, especially considering the conditions in with no line, as you said, first time in a while with racing line off. P3, you're still a reserve right now, so not technically counted in the championship standings, but maybe. I think you've had, what, 2/3 now? You'd be, I think, P12 right now, just in front of Zamalgas, and only 8 points off of Beck, so maybe thinking becoming a full-time driver once we head into the break week next week, have a little bit of time to think it over, and then into the final six races of the season.
Maybe. It depends if there's any seats that's going. But at the same time, I don't know if I can sort of just fully commit to it. I know it's a break week next week, so it's just sort of nice and chill for them. But I don't know. I'll have a think about it. But yeah, I mean, I know every single week I'm just going to be beaten by Nathan and Toxic and Larkin, so I'm at least fighting for 4th position.
Well, I mean, you can't really be beaten by Toxic if he's not here. Anyways,
true.
Anyways, moving on to Excel Cali, second podium of the season, and it's going to be a second place. I believe you'll move yourself well clear now of Jinnit, 18 points clear of Jinnit in the standings. So third place, have a solid gap. Not going to quite catch up to Miami and Nathan, I think, and then just try and keep it far enough away from Jinnit to be safe for the final few races.
Yeah, it was quite unlucky that he lost it, but yeah, some good points for me today. Hopefully keep P2, so happy with the result. Yeah, Nathan just drove off the race, so he must have been pretty bored at the front. But other than that, it was not a bad race really, quite interesting. A lot of carnage, but yeah, it was good.
Yeah. I saw there was a little bit of team play with you in Miami, especially on the inters. I think it was just letting him through. Were you hopefully maybe to try and follow him through, get a few positions there, and then obviously it being rain and being in Spain at the Circuit de Barcelona Catalunya, I think it is so very difficult to overtake. What was the game plan there? Just trying to make your way past cars.
I knew Miami was quicker than me, so I thought I just won't hold him up. I won't do what Bottas did. I'll do the opposite, and I'll just let him through. And then I was going to try and stay with him. I mean, it's really hard to overtake anyway, but without DRS, it was really tricky today in the wet. I'm sure Nathan knows as well, being that far ahead. But no, yeah, I was just to get him ahead because he was quicker, and I was going to just try and stay with him and then stay with that group. But yeah, that was it for that point.
Yeah. But now moving on to Ariel and Nathan. Win, fast lap, 7th win of the season, and now move yourself, I believe, if my math is correct, 46 points up in front, in front of the championship. Actually, it might be less than that now. I think it might be 44 now, because Miami got 8th, I think. No, 9th, never mind, 2 points. So, anyways, we'll just ignore the math part. Good race for you. At one point, you had a 30-second lead, and then safety car kind of ruined that. But yeah, great. Gap in the championship now, looking solid for the Tier 1 and the EU Tier Championship. So how do you feel?
Yeah, pretty boring race. I mean, I was a bit worried at the start when Larkin got me because I know how freaking rapid he is in the wet. But I mean, I don't know why he stayed out. And then yeah, bottled. And then Miami bottled. So yeah, just XL can't keep it on track.
You was part of us once, alright? You was part of us once.
Hey,
okay.
it's an XL podium.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, I'm hoping that the championship can, get wrapped up. Maybe at Britain. I mean, it'd be a nice touch at Britain.
Well, if you can't do it in Tier 1, you might as well do it here.
I mean, I'm definitely not doing a Tier 1.
I'm just too good, obviously.
I think it's more just hoping for constructors. I think Harry's really upped his game the second half of the season. I thought he was actually going to get a podium, and then he got a pen. So, yeah, a bit frustrating with that. But, yeah, it should be a good final end of the season. And, yeah, hopefully Toxic can race and Larkin can keep it on track. But, yeah.
Yeah, that will make for quite a few interesting races indeed once we get into the final leg of the season. Next time out, I think, is Belgium. So Belgium in LOE next week, and then Belgium in 2 weeks' time for EU tier. So what are all of your thoughts on Belgium?
Sucks.
I agree.
Yeah. Hopefully, Nathan bottles it and crashes.
I probably will because it is
Yeah.
it's an awful track.
That's a good track, I think. Spa's a good track.
I know Jacob loves it.
Oh,
Yeah, track
yeah.
in Spain, you can never take. Like, Spain was just in
I
the
mean, it
rain
didn't
anyway,
help with
it's
the
hard.
rain.
Yeah.
I had a nice
Oh.
move on Fuzz, but that's because he was an Inters, so yeah.
Oh.
Well, yeah, I see. I can hear the dread in your voices going to Belgium. I'm sure Doth and many other drivers will be very happy with that. Anyways, yeah, great race from EU tier. Got a little bit of action there in here tonight, especially going to be quite an interesting one to watch back. Let's just say that. But yeah, anyways, that's been it from EU tier from ZOR. Tier 1 is not going to be on Monday night. Well, tomorrow. It's going to be in a week's time because obviously there is the second and final break week of the season, and we will head to Belgium at 8 p.m. Eastern on that next Monday night. I can get the date for you. It is going to be the 24th of May for that one. So tune in at that time or at 8 p.m. Eastern, and we can get that one underway. Tier 2 is going to be on the Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern as well, going to Spa-Francorchamps, and then EU tier once again 2 weeks here on the Sunday evening at 3 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. GMT. But that's been all from myself, QVR Packer, and that's been all, folks.